And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at Raccoon Tycoon. This game, designed by Glenn Drover and from Forbidden Games, is about what is the theme? Raccoons, tycoons. Become a raccoon tycoon, corner the market on valuable commodities. There can only be one top dog, and Astoria is it you. Okay, I see pictures of animals here, but does animals have anything to do with the theme of the game? Spoiler alert, doesn't. That doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's a kind of a stock market style game where prices of commodities are going to be going up and down, but it's done so in a really simple, interesting way. Is it fun? Let's find out. The goal of this game is to get the most points, and you're going to do that by getting railroads and towns. Towns are going to be worth a certain number of points. Like, for example, this one is 3 points, and they're always plus 2 more points if you compare them with a railroad. Any railroad will work if you get a town. Railroads have different animals on them. So here's a sly fox, for example. If I have one sly fox, I have 2 points. If I get all 4 of the sly foxes in the deck, I will get 17 points. Player's going to start with $10 cash, and they're going to start with 3 of these price and production cards. And they're going to start with a few resources depending on turn order. On a player's turn, they have 5 different actions that they can take. You pick one, and then you go to the next person. One of the actions you can take is you can play one of the 3 cards in your hand. When you do that, it's going to give you a certain number of resources here that you can get. So this, for example, gives me a wheat, coal, wood, and a crate. However, you're only allowed to produce 3 things, so I'd pick 3 of those. So I might take a crate, a wood, and a wheat. I then will raise the price of the objects shown in the top half, which may or may not correlate with the bottom ones. So this will make the price of wood go up 1, the price of iron go up 1, and the price of luxury goods go up 1. That's it. Then I would draw a new card to take the place of the one I just played. Another thing you can do is sell commodities. As the game goes by, commodities are going to go up in price. You can pick one type of commodity and sell as many of that type. So maybe I'll sell 3 woods. They're $5 each. That would give me $15. And then the price of wood goes down 3, 1 for each commodity that I sold. I could put a railroad up for auction. I can say, okay, we're going to do this. The minimum price for auction here would be 3. We just go around the table, keep going around till everyone passes. Whoever bids the highest will get this card, which is replaced by another railroad card. You can buy a town card here. You simply pay the commodities. This one is 3 luxury commodities or any 5 commodities. And then you put that in front of you, and it would be replaced by a new one. Or you can buy a building. Now, at the beginning of the game, you always start with some of these buildings here. These buildings basically say whenever you play a production card, you will get an extra iron. So this costs 5 to buy it. I put it in front of me. Every time I play one of these cards, I might say, okay, I'm going to take luxury, wood, and wheat, and I get 1 iron. I can even upgrade this later on for 12 to take 2 iron. And then these buildings are going to be replaced. Now, these buildings are going to do various things as the game goes by. Some of them will give you points at the end of the game. Every railroad at the end of the game gives you a victory point. Every $20 you have gives you a victory point. Some will let you buy 2 buildings for 1 action. This gives me 1 victory point for every building I have. When I produce stuff, instead of producing 3, I can produce 4. I can build towns with 1 less commodity. My mass production is 5. You'll notice that these both have P's. Whenever you have cards with the same letter, that means only one of them will work at any given time. So if I have the tools and die and wheat field here, and I play a production card, I can add 1 goods or 1 wheat. I can't do both. So these buildings are going to change how things go. Anytime anyone sells wood or wheat, you get $1. This makes my maximum hand size go up to 4 from 3. Before I sell goods, I can make the price go up by 3 before I sell them. This gives me any good, and then I can upgrade it for any 2 goods. You're only allowed to have 10 goods between turns. However, each building you have will increase the number of goods you can keep by 1. At the end of the game, each building is worth 1 point, other than the ones that mention things for other points. These are worth points. These are worth points. Whoever has the most points is the winner. There's also a small mission rules in the box. Bunch of missions. You just deal a couple of these out, and at the end of the game, if you do whatever it says here, you will get bonus victory points. This is the first player marker. It's huge. It's big. It's just silly. But it's there just to keep track of who goes first so everyone gets the same number of turns. I really like the different pieces here. They're different wooden pieces. You use one here. But it's very easy to tell them apart, both by color, by shape. I really like the components. The quality of everything is great. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Victorian animals has nothing to do with the theme of this game. It could be any stock market game, but these look good. I like the art on them. And for each one, there's 4 fat cats, for example. And so there's 2 different pictures for the fat cats, 2 male and 2 female. So here's the male and the female cat. And then the skunk work, sly fox, all of them have different art on that. And I like these a lot. And they're just various points. The towns look good. Again, this is really nice artwork on here. Just really looks good when you put them on a table in front of yourselves. The buildings are nice fat tiles. It is just a high quality production all around. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the fact that it comes with paper money, but it's nice paper money, so there's that. I still would prefer something other than paper money, but hey, I guess I can't have everything. Folks, this game is fantastic. This game has what I like to think of as speedy turns. Okay, so it goes up. I mean, there's several players that can play this game. It goes up to 5, although it can go down to 2. But I actually think I like it more with 5 players. But turns in this game are so fast. It gives me the same feeling I got when I first played Century Spice Roads, because I would do something and go around. That's the way this game is. Play a card, move some prices. Do this, buy this, do this, do this, and it just keeps going around. I like that. And it just, things keep popping and you're watching the prices go there and you're like, I want to sell, let's see, let it get a little bit higher. Then someone else sells and the price goes down. All right, that's okay, I still got resources. When am I going to sell them? When am I going to get money? That person put stuff up for auction. Okay, how much am I going to bid on this one? The auction is the only thing that kind of breaks the quick speed flow of the game. I mean, it just goes and goes and goes, but it works really well. The components being really nice doesn't hurt things, but just buying a building, and the buildings are my favorite part because they let you do cool things. Sell 2 different types of good instead of just one. Oh, that's fantastic. Now I can sell stuff and make a whole lot of money. Or you might forget money and just click resources and get rid of those resources and take the towns, as many towns as you possibly can, and just try to score points that way. And I think the game does a good balance between offering these different things, these different choices, and there's just this constant fast-paced thing. Stock market games are fun, but a lot of people don't like them because they're boring and you have to sit there and calculate, if I do this and spend this, I'll get this. This one, you're not doing that. You're just collecting these goods, selling them, trying to buy points or auction for points, and it's just back and forth. The auctions can be tense and interesting. Yeah, you're watching the price go up. So there's a little bit of push your luck aspect. If you have the mission cards, you definitely want to play with them because they get a few more points for, reaching different goals. The way the buildings come up in any particular game is going to be different. It's just fast-paced, high-quality fun. I think maybe you might find deeper games about the stock market for sure, but this is easily in my top 5 stock market games ever. Even though technically, I guess there's no stocks in the game. Commodity market, I guess. And yeah, the raccoon part, who cares? But that doesn't hurt the game either, to have that fun Victorian animal theme in the background. I was very entertained with this one. As soon as I was done, I wanted to play it again. First chance I got, I played it again, and then I was like, I want to play it again as quickly as I can. Very rarely do games do that to me, where I just want to keep doing them again and again. And each time, not only am I having fun trying a new strategy, but just watching everybody else, the interaction, and just the speed of the game keeps me involved, but it's also light enough that I can kind of talk to people and have a good time meanwhile. Really, really cool game, Raccoon Tycoon. Dice Tower Judgment, excellent!